Now, French President Emmanuel Macron on Wednesday warned that a ceasefire in Ukraine could possibly only lead to a stalemate, as that would give Russia the advantage of time on its side. Listen.
Deuxième chose, c'est que nous devons être très clairs sur ce qu'on appelle la paix.
We need to be very clear about what we call peace. Peace in Ukraine and on our continent cannot be a ceasefire that confirms the status quo, which would amount to recreating a frozen conflict and in a way would endorse the taking of territories in violation of all principles of international law, because ultimately this frozen conflict would be war, for sure tomorrow or the day after, and it would weaken us all.
Speaking at the GlobeSec Security Conference, Macron called on the European defence structure, NATO, as indispensable for the bloc's credibility in the long term. Macron urged the West to offer Ukraine tangible and credible security guarantees as it battles Russia's invasion. Stressing that Ukraine is today protecting Europe, he said that it is in the West's interest that NATO gives security assurances to Kyiv.
Et autour de la table. Et pour cela, à Kiev, à Kharkiv, à Kherson,
we must give Ukraine the means to prevent any new aggression, and we must include Ukraine in a credible security package and architecture, including for ourselves.
Je crois pouvoir dire aujourd'hui qu'une chose est claire.
Macron added that Europe should build up its own defense industry and not rely on the United States alone for protection, although he did acknowledge the United States' contribution in money and material towards forming a credible front against Russia.
Et pour cela,
yes, a Europe of defense, a European pillar within NATO is essential. It is the only way to be credible for ourselves, to be credible over time, to reduce our dependencies and to take this legitimate part of the burden that is ours.
organisé à Paris le 19 juin,
Macron told a security forum that there should be no division between old Europe and new Europe. He was referring to differences between Eastern and Western European Union members on Russia. The French leader also called for EU enlargement to bring more countries into the fold. He said that the European Union should invent several formats to meet the membership aspirations of countries in Eastern Europe and the Balkans.